Welcome one and all to Tuesday night SRL here at the heart of Balmain at Leichhardt Oval. Tigers, they're playing host to the Sea Eagles tonight, popping over from Manly, and it is looking like a wonderful evening out there. I'm Amac in the box, and I am joined tonight with Titans enforcer Tuluvaru Vakateni. Tuluvaru, what are you looking forward to tonight?
A pleasure to be here, AMAC. We're here at the eighth wonder of the world in Leichhardt Oval. Both sides really want to win today. I'm also keen to see how this match goes.
Yeah, both these teams, they are at a very crucial point in their season. Both sitting at 1 and 5, so at the end of the ladder that you don't really want to be in. But both teams at points throughout the season have had some things to crow about here and there. So it will be vital tonight for them to really kickstart back into their season. Looking at the matchups tonight, who do you think are the boys to look for?
Definitely the fullbacks of Cody Mansell and Jacob Morrison. Second rows, the captain Jeff Keane and Cody Ogg. And I'm looking forward to see both Aarons, Aaron Leondis and Aaron Hunter.
Yeah, the matchup of the halves, that is going to be vital, particularly if it gets into another one of those grindy tackle fests. The booting off down the field is the only thing that can really save your attacking set, as Kenneth Wall makes it up over the 30. Looking down our team lists tonight, there aren't very many changes from these two teams. We will have a debutant popping up onto the field in the second half for the Tigers, so we'll make sure we introduce them in due time. But the Sea Eagles, they've got to the end of their first set and they've booted it off down the field. Looking at the Sea Eagles and their first set, Tuluvaru, what did you like from them? What are they building into so far?
Yeah, I did really like the passing from all the Eagles players. I want to see more front rowers get a hit up, and yeah, I like the passings.
Yeah, when you've got those props working up through the middle, that is vital to making the meters up down the field. Speaking of, Kobe Johnston, not a prop, but definitely a lock who has been doing the God's work for the Tigers so far this season. And a good set there, 55 meters gained for the Tigers. They make it to the 40, and they pass it off for a good kick here from Leondis. Now, Goodwin, can he make a break? He cannot, and the Tigers finish a good set. So far, we've had two sets from two teams, and a lovely pass to Prakash as he breaks up the field. As you were saying to Tuluvaru, those forwards, they look like they're going to be vital tonight. And, well, do you have a favourite on which side? Which side do you reckon has the best forwards tonight?
I do think probably Manly, because Jesse Bennett has been playing well, and also Jordan Lewis, and also Prakash as well at the lock.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree. The Sea Eagles, they definitely just tipped the Tigers in manpower for the forwards, but you never know. Some of those boys can get mighty tired out there. As Xander, a lovely break off up the field, and had to be Morrison to bring him down. First tackle just over the 30. We're talking about the forwards, but it looks like it's the backs who are doing the work, as Kelly, not too much further, he's up the middle of the tram tracks there. Second tackle. Cashman, he had a wonderful week last week. Cashman, he's spent only 40 minutes at the hooker, and he absolutely lit up the field in the second half in a losing side against the Broncos there. So Mansour pushed back. They might go for a 40-20 here. No, they don't. Johnston runs it again, and well, he's pushed back, and they can't even make it over the 50. So the Tigers, they're going to be forced to punt off down the field once more. Now, looking at the Tigers themselves, last week they only just lost against the Broncos. They almost came back to actually steal it from the Broncos with an 18-point, almost a 16-point turnaround in that second half. What do you think they need to do to improve tonight, Tuluvaru?
Maybe their defensive line and probably their attack. I'm really hoping the Tigers have a good defensive line because we know Manly might have a attacking line. They always have it on and off day.
As Lewis works his way up to the 40. Just brought down shy there, fifth tackle. Passing it across for a good kick here from Kenneth Wall, and he has got it on a string. Can Xander break off? He does. And he's angling towards the sideline. Can he hold in? Oh, there's inches in that one, but thankfully, at least thankfully if you're Jeff Keane, he stays in and they're working their way up. Here comes Leondis, second tackle. Breaking across Dobson, lovely pass to Boom as Boom pushes up forward. Not as much of an impact last week as his halves prop partner, Atachi, but Boom will be hoping for a good one as Mansour tries to do a little bit of a shimmy out of dummy half and can't really get there. We've got 10 minutes done so far. It is still 0-all. Both teams, it looks like they've turned up in the defense. If this is going to keep going for the rest of the night to Luvaru, which team has the edge here? Which team is more likely to win one of these arm wrestles?
I don't know because it's been back and forth football, but I do think the Tigers might do a bit well in the following half, because of their props and their passing skills as well.
That's strange. Gets up over the 30, 35 meters out, fourth tackle. They're in line for a kick, but Wilson dumps out of the hooker roll and gets up to the 50. That's a good 15 meters there to really save that set for the Manly Sea Eagles. Kenneth Wall boots him off down. Here comes Xander again. They are really peppering that young man's line, and it works for them this time. He is out, and the Sea Eagles, well, it looks like they're going to have first chance at a good attacking set here to Luvaru.
Yeah, a bad error from Jeg Xander, the young gun. I think he debuted 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I do have mixed opinions about him, and we're approaching the red zone from Manly.
12 minutes have gone, it's still 0-all, but the Sea Eagles, they finally got a chance to really get close to that red zone as Kennedy Wall does just that and passes up over the 20 for his second tackle. Do they keep coming this way? They do. Prakash, he's just hitting the line and pushing up over the 10. They got 3 tackles to work with and they need to do something with it because it would be painful if they got up here and couldn't get across the line. And there it is. Logan Strange, Mr. SRL himself, comes across, pushes over, and the Sea Eagles, they're the first to score tonight.
Yeah, that's a good run it straight from Logan Strange, the OG player in himself. Yeah, definitely to go, I do believe. Yeah, from that era from Jake Xander, the Seagulls made the football well, and yeah.
Now, this proved a bit of a problem for the Tigers last week as well. They were able to hang in there defensively and they do a little bit here and there attacking. But every error they let off, they invited the Broncos in. And hopefully to Luvaru, that is not going to continue happening for Jeff Keane's boys out there. As he's diving it up, choosing where he's going to kick it off down. He's looking a little bit indecisive out there, and not really to blame him. He needs to make sure he places this in the right place. And speaking of, there is Aaron Hunter. A good place to put it because you do not want one of those fullbacks cutting through your line, scoring straight off the kick. Marcus Square dodging around and getting up to the 30. First touch of the ball tonight for Square Jr. He's been dangerous all season so far for the Sea Eagles. Bennett, the teacher, pushing forward to the 40. Just brought down. Good runs, good post-contact meters after points as Reese dives through and he's pushed back something fierce there by the Tigers. Again, it might be in range for a kick here as Prakash puts it in. Oh, it's rare to see a lock kick, and he has nailed it. That is awe-inspiring there from the Sea Eagles lock there to Luvaru.
Yeah, unusual to see locks kick the ball. It's usually the halves, but that's a good kick from Lennox.
Speaking of, he then takes the first hit up. Is this back-to-back time? Lewis, Captain Lewis, Captain Lewis on his back. Ooh, this is dangerous here from the Seagulls. Yep, clearly on his back. Again, don't really need that. Not the air being sucked back into the lungs. That stoppage. It's really probably giving them some defensive time as the Seagulls push up over. Goodwin pushed back. Can't do much with it, but it's only the second. Very slow play the ball behind you. Back on the inside to Prakash again. Someone needs to help him. They do. He's brought down just on the line. Third tackle. Very slow play, the ball mind, but Lewis, Captain Lewis, Captain Lewis, again, put over. That's twice Lewis has got over the line, and he just can't do it. What do the Seagulls need to do here to get back across the line to Louvre?
They probably might have to spread the ball around to one of their wings in Jake Zander. No, that's Tigers. Marcus Ware Jr. and Brad Goodwin. Maybe they opting for a try here.
Here we go, going blind. Strange, give it to Strange again. He can't push over that time though. Fifth tackle. They're going to kick it off. Grubber time. Cannon Wall. Cash. There it is. Lovely kick. Unfortunate there for the Tigers. I think it bounced off one of those defenders straight into the hands of the Seagulls VC. So what is it? 2 tries in about 3 minutes, and the Seagulls look like they have come to play.
Yeah, that's a good kick from either. I don't know. I think it was Aaron Hunter that kicked it. Yeah, no, it's Kenneth Wool. Prakash set it up the 40-20 earlier and set it up for a try now.
Now, Prakash, I don't think that's his first of the season, but he does not get many, so he will be savouring that. And, well, you saw him rubbing it into some of those Tigers fans behind the dugout there. 3 minutes left. We got some props coming on. Is this what the Tigers need to really kickstart their attack tonight?
Yeah, Isaac Simmons and Clauser Carrigan are going on for the Tigers, and for the Eagles, Charlie Matthews and Felix Windmill Skeet.
And, well, they're going to hope that something can be done, because the Tigers, they are floundering a little bit. They're not necessarily playing bad. It's just the Seagulls. They are on fire at the moment. As Wilson pushes up over the 20 for his first. Going across. Strange. He has had his hands all over the ball tonight, and it is working wonders up over the 30. Lovely dart out of dummy half there for Wilson. Gets up over the 40. These are some very strong post-contact meters. The Seagulls, none of what we've seen from the last couple of weeks where they've just relied on their defense. They are all out attack mode at the moment. Wilson, blind, Strange again. He's pushed back this time. Tigers, they limit it to 43 meters gained. And, well, ooh, here we go. Lewis passed off. And he, well, makes the most of what turned out to be a really interesting end to the set. But I don't think the Seagulls really nailed that fifth tackle option there to Louvre.
Yeah, I don't know about that tackle there from Lewis. I did like the offload though, trying to get the ball away to other players, and yeah, didn't play off.
Ashman up over the 50 for his third. Hard meters running here for the Tigers as Mansour. A lovely dart through. That's exactly what the Tigers need. Getting up 25 meters out. One good push here. They can put in an attacking kick of their own as Kelly goes blind. Ramray, the first time he's hit it tonight, he almost gets around Morrison then, but he's brought down 3 meters out. This is it. The Tigers. Oh, there we go. Unfortunately there, the Tigers, the block player, he gets in the way, and they absolutely botch what was so far the best chance they've had all night. Oh, Manly, they're working out of their 20. They're almost botching it themselves, putting it down. Third tackle just on the other side of the 20. Matthews bumps off 1, bumps off 2, but is brought down by a third desperate defender. Fourth tackle. They're finding it hard to get out of this one as Wilson darts out of dummy half and gets out of the 40. Only just though. Fifth tackle. Passing it across. Here we go with Kenneth Wall again. They're kicking it to Xander. They are absolutely terrified of Ram Raid, and Xander gets around one and has to be brought down by Morrison. 17 minutes left in the half. Toulouse, is there points here in the Tigers now that they got their props on, or are the Seagulls, they just playing too good tonight?
Yeah, you're right about the Seagulls playing well tonight. Tigers may have some points here.
Here we go. Dobson getting the line and getting up to the 40. They need another good run, possibly from Mansour. They need someone to stand up. Kelly. Oh, they hit the line. There we go. He bumps off one. He hits up to Morrison. Will they get to the 20? They could put an attacking kick here in. You can see Leondis. He does well. There we go again. That's the second fifth tackle option, attacking kick, and the Tigers, they just can't get to it. What is it about this ground that seems that the Tigers, they just can't kick tonight, Toulouse?
I don't know if it's about the ground, but I don't know about the Tigers too. They have been making errors left, right, and center here.
As Morrison does what he can to get through the line and gets 45 meters out for his third. Slow there on the play of the ball, but the refs, they don't really say much about it as Cody Ogg. He's trying his hardest the second row. He's just not getting the ball as much as he's used to. Fifth tackle coming up soon. Matthews linking up with Strange. They get up over the 40. Here we go. They hit their fifth tackle option, and they're slowly winning back that that meterage game. Xander once more hits the line, spins through, and just can't get around. 14 minutes left, and here come the Tigers once more. Now, as a as a Titan, you've spent plenty of time out there on the field yourself, Toulouse. Coming in off the bench, what is one of the most important things you as a player know as your role in the game, and maybe something that you can share with some of the blokes out there on the field right now?
Definitely try and get the ball because last game I probably barely got the ball. For the bench, I do want people to run straight and just block off people.
Yep, one of those jobs as a benchy, whether it's anywhere in between the 14 and the 17, know your job and know what the game plan is. As Prakash links up with Og, he gets up to the 30 for his second. 12 and a half minutes. Bailey Wilson, Hunter, lovely ball to Morrison, but he can't offload to his winger, and Marcus Square, well, ruse a little bit of a missed opportunity there. Reese just running laterally, and he pushes back for his fourth. The Tigers, they're starting to really aim up in defense here. They might be able to get in if they can do a good a kick return here. They get up to the fifth, 40 meters. Here we go. Kenneth Wall boots it down, and of course, Xander. That man is going to have so many run meters by the end of the night. It's not funny. And, well, I don't think we've seen a winger come off injured. Tonight might be the night, Toulouse.
Barely to see wingers get injured is mostly Locks and mostly you, and last week my captain Max. Yeah, it's usually the forwards that get injured the most.
Yep, it's Carrigan gets up to the 30. The Tigers, they're not really working out of their red zone right now as they get to the fourth on their 30 only. Ashman, Kelly, lovely ball to Johnston, who hits the line. Good post contact meters to get up to the 40 for their fifth. They're going to have to boot now because they did not get as far as they want to, and the Seagulls, they're slowly turning the screws as Morrison tries to get through and gets up to the 45. Ooh, bit of a dodgy dart out of dummy half there for Wilson, but he makes the best of it as Morrison does the same. With 9 minutes left in the half, looking towards that halftime break to Louvre, what do you think Captain Lewis is going to say to his Manly boys when they get to the sheds?
Probably Jordan Lewis might just wreck the same thing he did in the first half. They're playing very well. But for Jeff Keane, they really need to make sure that areas are going down and more attacking.
as Ram Raid finally gets another touch of the ball, but he is wrapped up fiercely by some good defense there. And, well, first tackle, they're only just on the other side of the 20. Simons getting up to the 30. I think that's the first time he's touched the ball tonight. They need to get it to their forwards way more than they have currently. Carrigan up to the 40. Third tackle. They're slowly making more meters. They're making about 5 off each run, but they can't keep hitting up through the guts because it is not working, especially when Cashman gets floored like that. Kick time. Diab takes the ball, and that's a lovely purchase on the ball. Diab just doesn't have the angle to it, unfortunately. Having said that, that's not a bad end to the set there, Toulouvre.
Yeah, don't the centers kick the ball most? Cody Diab with a lovely kick. Words. Yeah, words.
Yeah, if I'm Jeff Keane out there, I'm very much like that. There's not really much to say that can really make the game turn out any better for you, but at least they have stemmed the points. Having said that, Kenneth War throws off another kick, and this looks good and looks perfect. That is a dagger to the heart of the Manly fans here to the Tiger fans tonight, especially if the Seagulls can get over on this set. Kenneth War, 5 meters out. Coming across. Hunter. The Hunter's pushing. And, oh, he's almost over. Rolled onto his back. Second tackle. And unfortunately to Louvre, it looks like danger signs.
Yeah, it's another great kick from Kenneth Wall, or the other one was from Aaron Hunter, either way. But the halves are kicking really, really good.
And they bring it back to the 10. They take extra long with the bunker. They must be pitying the Tigers, letting them suck in some extra air as Morrison links up with Marcus Square Jr., but he is pushed back. Excellent tackle there from Ram Raid. Second tackle. All the field to work with here. Hunter is smashed. You don't run straight at a forward if you're a number 7 because it is not going to end well for you. Matthews pushing and pushing and pushing, but he is on his back just over the line. They'll take it back slightly as Ram Raid does circles of the post there. And Wilson basically waits the tackle. And Kendall Ward just hits the line. He didn't have a chance to kick it off. They've botched their 5th tackle option there to Louvre, but I don't think Captain Lewis is going to mind too much.
I think that was a smart run there, trying to get the lungs pumping up again.
30 meters out, second tackle, the Tigers. This is probably going to be, if not the last, then at least their strongest last option of the half with 3 minutes left to go. Ram Raid gets up to the 50 at least. Third tackle. Mansour hits knocked on his ass. And, well, isn't that just, just sums up the Tigers' night tonight to Louvre.
Yeah, that's a good hit. They're trying to force the error, and what they do now, they got the ball back.
Passing it out to Morrison. Morrison links up with Square Jr. He gets around 1, but can't get around Ram Raid. He has been on him all night. Wilson, though, tries the same, and Ram Raid, yep, he rams him straight back into the earth. Fourth tackle. Off. Hunter. Again, he runs straight at the line. He is not put on his ass that time, though. We are in the 20, which means Hunter, he's not going to be the one kicking. Prakash puts in a cheeky little grubber straight to Mansour. There was way too much heat on that one. The Tigers, they've got a minute 30. Can they get up the other end to score? Cashman. Oh no, that's if you're a Tigers fan out there to Louvre, that is the worst possible thing you could have seen.
Yeah, Jono must be buggered there, getting up the injury. That probably sums up Tigers' night here.
Sander, he gets up to the 50 for his 4th. Not only do they have to cope with their number 9 for the rest of the match gone, but that's going to have to be a whole complete rejig of their second half subs. So stay tuned, SRL fans, because, well, it's all to play for, and this is going to be an interesting match.
Hello, NRL Hotel. How can I help?
Yeah, g'day. I'd like to organise an early checkout, please.
How does the 60-minute mark of the grand final sound?
Perfect.
But I booked a final spot in round 10.
Sir, it looks like that was cancelled in round 13. So if you could just move aside, though, we've got some genuine top 8 teams about to check in. There you go.
What?
All the best.
Really?
Penthouse.
Oh, you have got to be joking. Going up the was?
Nah, down.
Yo!
So we've had some complaints. Is there any chance you can wrap this party up soon?
Yeah, sure. Just give us another couple of seasons, all right?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Is that all you're going to do to stop them?
Better than you managed.
Yes, rooms. Yeah, send up another 5 utility players, please.
Right away, sir. And shall I send up some more Panthers?
Oh, sounds delish.
Any baggage, sir?
Yeah, heaps. Try 38 years worth.
Jeez Louise.
Can I help you?
Yeah, actually, got any wins against top 8 teams in here somewhere?
No, just have towels.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Hey SRL fans, want to support the league further? Join the Simulation Rugby League Patreon. Get exclusive access to additional content, early access to league releases and supporter-only giveaways and upgrades. Whatever you're looking for, we have something for every fan. When you become a Patreon, you're more than just a spectator. You're a crucial part of our team. Your support helps us keep delivering the high-quality matches and content that you love, and it ensures that we can keep the SRL experience growing for fans of all ages. It's super simple. Head to our Patreon page, pick the tier that's right for you, and you're in. Every bit of support helps us grow and makes the SRL an even better place for everyone. Now, back to the game.
And we're back at what is proving to be quite a tricky night at the office for our West Tigers fans. 0 being led here by the Seagulls, 12 points. And that first half, well, it proved to be one hell of a half here for the Seagulls tonight to Livery.
Yeah, 14 completion rates for Seagulls and 8 for the Tigers.
Yep. It's very rare that you find a team in the first half with 100% completion. But the Seagulls, they seem to be on fire tonight. Are there any other stats that you saw at halftime that you really want to highlight?
Maybe the errors, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah,
another error.
Yeah, welcome to your first
Commentator's curse. It's my first commentator's curse.
Oh yeah, the up to 4 now, unfortunately, there for the Tigers. And whilst they have been giving away a couple of errors, the Seagulls, it's mostly been their boot tonight that's been winning them the game to Louvre.
Yeah, we saw from Nathan Kennard-Wall, who hit the 40-20. He's got at least almost 300 kicking meters so far.
Oh, and there we go. That's
Another
probably the
error.
first error. The first error of the night for the Seagulls, and they've come back out into the second half, throwing the ball around a little bit more than they probably should. Speaking of some other changes, Jono Cashman, unfortunately, he is out for the rest of the night. The medical staff down on the ground have refused to let him come back on the field. He had made about 28 tackles in the first half, which goes a long way to explaining why he is injured. And here we go again, another error from the Tigers to Louvre.
Yeah, speaking of Jono Cashman, interesting lineup change. Isaac Simmons comes on at hooker. Other changes, Kobe Kelly swaps for Josh Dobson. Subs, Josh Dobson for Sione Mataus. Cody Diab for the debutant tonight, Mayan Cannon. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. And Itachi Kanoshi for Isaac Simmons. For the Eagles, swaps are Logan Strange and Reese, Lewis and Prakash, and subs House Stewart, James Reese. Stuart Sasser replaces Bailey Wilson, and Charlie Matthews for Jesse Bennett.
As Prakash flipped over onto his back for his 4th tackle. They'll bring it out to the 5th, but it is proving quite tricky right now to pierce the Tigers' defensive line. But as we've seen, the Seagulls, they've had a pretty good night off the boot, and if they can pass it back to Kenneth Wall, we might have another score. Speaking of the Devil, up high, up deep, tap back, Sasa. Oh, Sasa, he just can't get around. And the Tigers, they somehow survived that one to Louvre.
And that was another good kick from Nathan Kenneth Wall. Good tap back from, I don't know who that was. And they didn't get the chockies there.
As Simmons links up with Konochi. Simmons filling in as the number 9 for the rest of the match. He's maybe thinking about his past life in SRL 1.0. Konochi playing the ball. Leondis linking up with Kelly. Kelly working up over the 30. Tigers, they need to be the next to score, because if they let the Seagulls in, you can basically say the night has been done. And this would go a long way to helping that if Kelly, he doesn't really angle it right, but a good kick chase here should put them in good field position. Morrison, he hits the line and he can't really get around. Looking at Morrison's stats in the first half, Toulouvarou, he has not had as much of an impact attack-wise as he usually has.
Yeah, usually Jacob Morrison usually has a great game in the first half and even second half, but today it's a bit of a quiet game for Jacob.
I suppose he doesn't really need to do much running off up the field when the boys with the boot get those meters for you, as Lewis is brought down on the other side of the 50. 41 meters gained, 5th tackle, 32 minutes left in the half. Hunter puts it on down to Ramraid. Touched the ball a couple of times in the first half and made about as much run meters as we saw just then. Xander, however, in the first half, he had a wonderful meter gainage there to Louvre.
Yeah, I think he had 140 running meters so far from the young gun. Ramraid, one of the underrated wingers of this competition. I want to see more from him in the second half.
Me too. As Johnston gets up over the 40, another chance to get off down the field as Kelly kicks the ball, but the bounce is just unfavorable there. Where Junior get across. Oh no, again, inches in it. There is nothing that Manly can do wrong so far tonight. It looks like the footy gods are really favouring Captain Lewis tonight, Deliverer.
Yeah, I think one of the halves tried to copy Nathan Kenneth Wall, but the bounce was a bit ordinary. And if you're, I do think that you need to probably stick to your stats thingy.
As Sasa, he gets up over the 50, plays it there for his 5th, passing it back to Hunter, and Hunter kicks it on down to Ramraid. They liked that side of the field, kicking it to Xander all night, and speak of the devil, Ramraid gets to the 40, so he must have been listening to you down there, Toulouvarou, because he's grabbed the ball and he's run about 20 metres. Kelly up the tram tracks, passes it over, rookie with Konochi. Konochi getting just shy of the 40 for his 4th. They need 3rd. They need a good run, and Simons delivers. They need one more good push, and they can put a good attacking kick in here. So the Tigers, they seem to be coming alive. Most importantly, though, they haven't let the Sea Eagles score in the second half just yet. As Johnston plays the ball, Kelly boots it across. They're staying away from Square Junior's wing. Oh, now that would have been try of the season if that had gone around. Oh, no, I think... Oh, they need to look that one again. I don't think he actually touches the white line to Louvre.
We need a bunker here. That would have been a very great try, and even probably contending for try of the year, but his right foot just touches the sideline there. A killer for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's why you got to wear the white boot, so you can't tell the difference between what touches and what doesn't. But the Tigers, they've come alive again, and this is what they need. They need to force an error out of the Sea Eagles now, because they've got their attacking mojo back. Who do they need to get it to Luvaru?
Maybe Jake Xander as well. Even if Seagulls are kicking to Ramraid, even though Ramraid is doing well at the second half. There's another great kick there. And Cody Mansell just rocks up just to the 30.
Getting it there on the 30, passing it out. Kelly hits the line and gets up to the 40. Second tackle. A good start to the set so far. The Tigers, they need to get their bike on though. Johnston, lovely drawing pass to Boom. Boom forces his way. Got some good post-contact meters there. Third tackle. Coming this way once more. Kanochi, Leondis linking up with Kelly. Can't push the ball out to Xander. Xander, who has come the closest to scoring all night so far. Oh, very tricky play the ball there. Linking up with Boom again to get back over the 40. Fifth tackle. 24 minutes left in the half. They got 4 minutes until we get some interchanges happening. Leondis, again, another interesting kick. And Square Junior. They almost barrel him over the sideline. That's twice on two wings. The Sea Eagles have almost botched it there to Luvaru. And, well, things just might be going the way of the Tigers right now.
Yeah, I do believe most of the halves are just kicking to the sides. I haven't seen Jacob Morrison or Cody Mansell that much today.
Captain Keane. Oh, if anyone deserves a score tonight, Captain Keane does. As Kelly hits the line and is forced back 5 meters. That'll be their third. They've got 3 left to do and they can't afford to waste them. Oh, Kanochi. Kanochi's pushing and pushing and pushing. And he's over. The number 8 for the Tigers has finally scored tonight. And they are back in the points game. Game on to Luvaru.
Yeah, it's been a quiet game from Itachi Kanochi. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Yeah, he had a quiet first half. Way to start off the second half for the Tigers with a pie here.
And if I'm not incorrect here, Kanochi probably wouldn't have been playing in this 20 minutes with, except for Cashman's injury and Simon's moving to the number 9 there. It's Captain Keane. He looks incredibly happy with how his team is now starting to go. They've clawed back at the points to a 6-point game. Whether they can get it across the line and come back all the way is yet to be seen. But we know the SRL to Luvaru and anything can happen.
Yep.
It's Hunter. Boots it on down. Mansell. First hit of the ball. Is met well and almost hit like a brick wall there. Johnston takes up the second. Unfortunately, the Tigers, again, they just keep hitting it up the guts. They need to do more than just one-up stuff because it's not really working for them as Mansour tries to dance through the line. Third tackle, just shy of the 40. Passing over. Boom. Boom had a couple of wonderful runs, but he's about to flood off the field in about a minute, so he needs to make the most of it. Here we go. Johnston, again, hits the line, but is forced back. I don't know why the Tigers keep going up the middle there because it's not working for them to Luvaru.
Yeah, Anthony Boom with lots of runs here in the second half. Definitely one of my rivals from Mines last season. I do believe he got the MVP, or I think that was the Nepo baby, or Nepo guy, as we now call him now.
Either way, it is wonderful to see some props and some forwards out there wrecking up the league. As Strange pushes up, third tackle. With the whole field to work with, Hunter pushing over the 40. A Kenneth Wall might be in place for another 40-20 kick. This would be... no, they just pass it to Cody Ogg. They're not really going to chance it with a 40-20 kick, which probably isn't a bad thing considering they've just got a couple of boys come back on the field. And Hunter boots it on here. Ramraid comes back around, but is met again by Morrison and forced to play it on the 30. We're in our final quarter now, to Luvaru. With this 6-point game, who do Manly need to watch out for? Who do they need to make sure doesn't really get the ball as much as they usually do?
Definitely Kobe Johnston and Anthony Boom. And if Cody Mansour has a great half, then definitely Cody Mansour.
As Simon starts out a dummy half, fifth tackle, 35, I should say, and Cannon takes a kick. Not a bad kick for a rookie on his first day out, and Goodwin doesn't really have much to say when it comes to that attacking line. So the Tigers, that is a good set, and if they can keep this going, they're in a good position to score their next 6 as the Seagulls try desperately to get out of their half with Sasa push back 15 metres for his third. Well, we might see a 40-20 attempt very shortly here as Stewart pushed back to the 20. It is 20-40 time, and now they give it to Kenneth Wall. He can definitely kick them when it's a 40-20, and he almost gets himself at 20-40. So really good kicking there, but is it going to be enough to keep the Tigers out of this attacking phase here, Kaluvru?
If Manly's defense opt up to their name, then they could easily just make a Manly brick wall here.
As Leondis uses the ruck for a little bit of interference there and gets almost to the 30 for his fourth. They need some good running meters here, and Jeff Keane, Captain Keane, does what he can. They might be able to put a bomb up here if they can get it to the right kicker. And of course, they give it to Kelly, who does just that, puts it right on the 10, and that is a good kick chase. Goodwin forced down. 15 minutes left. Oh, that could have gone very, very wrong for the Sea Eagles. But with 15 minutes left, it looks like fatigue is really starting to play a point here now to Louvre.
Yeah, if I'm one of the captains, I would sub off our locks because I think Kobe Johnston had more than 60 minutes today.
Yeah, with these grungy sort of a tackle fests, it is not very good if you're a forward out there with some low fitness stats. Having said that, I think teams across the league have really had their big boys out on their bikes. As Jake Zander, lovely run from the number 2. He has easily been the best attacker for the Tigers tonight to Louvre.
Yeah, 100%. Jake Zander, the young gun, I don't really know much about him, but he has been playing very, very well this game.
Simon's playing at third. Good ball out to Leondis, who spreads it to Kelly. Kelly just hits the line, forces his way just to the 20. One more good push, and they can put in another good attacking kick here. The Tigers, they just bottle it completely. There is a bit of white line fever there, and that might be the best chance to well, not wrap the game up so much to Louvre, but definitely to square it off and go us into field goal territory.
Oh, big hit there. Yeah, dodgy stuff there from Tigers, passing it to one of the Manly players. I don't remember who it was, but it should have not passed it there.
Hunter just shy of the 40. Bennett, big old prop, is going for a kick there, but he just can't get the length as Mansour dances around one and brings it back. 11 minutes left, and the Tigers, they need to keep pushing. They're getting the opportunities, they're just not icing them when they're coming there. So Kelly, second tackle, I should say. Cannon back on the inside like a bullet to Johnston. Johnston, he's up over the 40. And that'll help. A 6 again for the Tigers. Manly, they are starting to creep in with a couple of errors here and there. Dobson, he's on the 50 for his first. Leondis linking up with Mansour, who dances around one but can't wrong foot the others. 40-second tackle. Linking over, Kelly grabs a ball a little bit awkwardly, and he does what he can with it. Third tackle. Lovely dart out from Simons there. He's really done well so far, filling in at that number 9 to Louvre.
Yeah, the big prop, Isaac Summons, filling in for Jono Cashman, who unfortunately has a neck injury.
15 meters out. We need to get a good kickoff here as Kelly, again, just can't ice that 5th tackle option. I think if the Tigers do go on to lose this one to Louvre, they're going to have to do a little bit of kick practice at training this week.
Yeah, the Tigers don't really want to lose this week because they are in a 1-and sixth record. If you are one of the half, yeah, you definitely need to do some kicking training.
As Square Junior is pushed back, read well and held in a tackle. That is horrifying, and you can almost hear the collective sigh from the Balmain faithful here. 8 minutes left. Is there enough of the game left for the Tigers to get back across the line to Luvaru, or can we say that Manly might have won their second of SRL 2.0?
Yeah, I do think that Tigers are maybe in a lack here, but if it goes to Jake Xander from a kickoff, then they'll be very dangerous.
Wilson gets the ball and gets up over the 40. Third tackle. 7 minutes left on the clock. Sasa in a wall. Lovely ball to Stewart, and Stewart is pushed back to the 40. Fourth tackle. The Tigers, they are doing what they can, but they can only do so much. As Wilson pushes off one, and it has to be Mansour to bring him down. 25 meters out for his fifth. Very slow play of the ball there. Hunter hitting the line. Kenneth Waugh linking up with Morrison, running the ball on the fifth. Handover here. 6 minutes left. Is that a good fifth tackle option, or should they have put boot to ball there to Vulu?
You should have put ball to foot there, or maybe foot to ball. I don't know. But this is a dangerous position for Tigers here. We got like 6 minutes to go.
As Diab plays it 35 meters out for his second. Leondis linking up with Mansour. Here comes Xander, who can get through the line, but just can't get around that second layer of defense. Goodwin is finally starting to get the ball there. Kelly up to the 50. They're in Seagulls half. It's fourth tackle. They need a fantastic run here if they want to make it into attacking kicking territory. Unfortunately, Diab can only do so much. 41 meters gained, passing it all the way back to Leondis and booting it way down to Goodwin. Again, Goodwin is rocked. The Tigers, they have had Goodwin locked up all night. He just hasn't been able to break the line like he used to. Reese gets up to the 20 for a second. Dassar off to Kenneth Waugh. Lovely linkage to Morrison, and there he goes. He's finally broken the law. Not the law, broken the line. A little bit of a Freudian slip there. And Captain Keane gets in the way. This could be it to Luvaru. Who did they need to give it to?
They probably need to get it to Jake Xander. Jake Xander has been the best Tigers player so far. Oh, that is a coach killer.
Exactly. Marcus Square Jr., Mega Mind, smashing Ram Raid and throwing him straight over the line. That could be it. There's 3 minutes left on the clock, but there might not be enough gas left in the tank for the Tigers to level it up here to Luvaru.
Yeah, like I said, it's a coach killer there from Tigers. I do believe it's game over here.
Dassar redlining it just shy of the 30. Morrison comes out and tries to get around some lazy defenders. Can only do so much. Fourth tackle. They might get a good attacking kickoff here as Stewart is forced back 25 meters out. The Tigers, they could possibly hope for a long-range try, but that's probably going to be about it. As Kelly picks up the ball off a little bit of a botched kick, and this is the final chance that the Tigers have. They need to break off up the field, and this is not the way to do it. Diab. Johnston hits the line. Lovely running there from the prop. Lock, I should say. And he's forced back. Leondis. Mansour hits Xander, but Xander can only get to the 40. He has been working tirelessly all night. Here we go, 40-20 time.
20.
Here we go. Johnston. Morrison's already back there. He knew exactly what was going to happen. And, well, to Luvaru, I'm willing to join in with you now. The Sea Eagles, they have probably won it tonight.
Yeah, if Seagulls don't make an error, of course. Yeah, it's game over.
And Sasak darts out a dummy half, bumps off one, pushes up over the 40, and that will bring it an end to the game. The siren sounds. The score is 12 points to 6. Unfortunately for the Tigers, here at home in front of their fans, they have just not been able to get the chocolates. Do you want us to? Do you want to run through the stats here for us, please, Taluvaru?
Yeah, of course. All right, 2 tries compared to 1 for the Tigers. Possession 56% to 44. Major thing completions 26 for the Eagles, and 18 for the Tigers, and mostly due to errors. And speaking of the errors, 9 errors compared to 3. 1 penalty consisted, 241 tackles compared to 198. Missed tackles 32 to 28. Line breaks. Tigers had more line breaks than the Eagles, which I found shocking. And meters gained, Tigers 982 compared to the Eagles over 1,000.
Yeah, looking at those bottom stats there, it would seem to be a very close game as it is, but you'd think with that many line breaks, the Tigers would have had a couple more points to their name. Speaking of, if we go over to the Tigers and their individual stats, and well, again, we've been saying it all night, it has been a hard day at the grind here, but there are a couple of boys who are already doing what they can with the minutes that they did. Ramraid 105 run meters, Leondis 152, Alexander for a winger 199 run meters, 3 tackles. He almost scored one hell of a try down that right hand side. Just he needs to work on his sideline awareness. Anyone else here that jumps out at you, Taluvaru?
Definitely Caleb Kelly for 123 running meters and 15 tackles. 288 for Caleb Kelly as well, and 1 error, which is, yeah, Tigers.
And yeah, that's all we can really say for the Tigers. If we come across to the Sea Eagles, the winners for tonight, we are focused on Kenneth Wall there, 385 kick meters off 9 kicks, 117 run meters himself as well. Aaron Hunter didn't kick as much, but he ran just as hard, 167. Logan Strange, 106. Bailey Wilson out of dummy half, 142. Jacob Morrison, 131, who only really had about 40 or 50 run meters in the first half. And considering he had to make 12 tackles, you can see why he had such a hard time breaking through the line there tonight. Anyone else here that's jumping out at you, Taluvaru?
Bailey Wilson with 142 running meters and 13 tackles. And also he had a try assist too, which I believe was to Logan Strange maybe, or Lennox Prakash.
Yep. So that's all from us here in the box at Leichhardt Oval. Manly Sea Eagles coming away worthy winners, 12 points against West Tigers 6. It's only been one game so far of Tuesday night, and it's proving to be one hell of a grind out there. Stay tuned for more SRL action.